Number 10. Courage in the big stinking city. When Muriel wins a contest giving her a chance to perform her sitar live, she Eustace and Courage travel to the Big Apple only to be greeted by a giant criminal cockroach named Quick.
Bring that package back to me by curtain time, or it's curtains for the sitar lady.
This creepy crawly sends Courage out to get a mysterious package while keeping Muriel and Eustace hostage to some unseen monster. Courage endures several terrifying experiences on a short journey, including a track into an abandoned house home to a girl practicing her violin who turns around to be revealed as a horrific claymation monster. Courage retrieves the package and makes his way back to Schwick only for the cockroach to be captured by the police. Number 9. Car broke phone. Yes, after Courage witnesses an asteroid crashed near the farm, a mysterious visitor who is very clearly an alien arrives asking to use the phone. Broke phone.
Hello? Can I help you?
Car broke. Phone? Yes?
His eerie way of speaking and bulging eyes are scary enough, but when the alien locks Courage in the closet and sucks the kindness out of Muriel by sticking his tentacle arm up her nose, we'd say that took things up to the next level. Muriel swiftly kicks the alien out of the farmhouse and Courage has to go get Muriel kindness back. That's when we see the alien for what it actually is, a sentient brain with eyes who answers to an even larger sentient brain with eyes. Yikes.
Why, thank you. Yes? Stupid child.
Number 8. Heads of beef. When Eustace and Courage venture out for some food, use fast stops at a restaurant advertising cheap hamburgers.
I'm John Bone. What's your pleasure?
I'm John Baum. What's your pleasure? The diner run by a pig named John Bond is suspicious from the get-go as Courage witnesses and men enter the bathroom, never to leave, with John Bone gathering the men's belongings. Courage then sees the man's face in his burger.
It's my wife's special. A head of beef.
It's my wife's special. Eventually Courage escapes, leaving Eustace behind. It's revealed that the pig man isn't serving human meat after all, and that the whole thing was a misunderstanding.
That sure is one good-looking statue. When can we eat it?
If you ask us, though, a giant pig running a diner that serves discount hamburgers is horrifying enough as it is. Number 7. The Mask. This episode is scary in several different ways, beginning with the arrival of a disturbing masked cat to the farm who's violent towards Courage with no warning or reason. The mask features a creepy drawn-on face and is appropriately scary on its own, but the level of violence towards Courage is what really got us. Courage believes the woman called Kitty to be evil, so he attempts to get to the police only to get involved in the affairs of Kitty's friend Bunny and her abusive dog boyfriend. It's a very adult episode for the series and one that remains scary even today.
Now we can be best friends forever.
Number 6. A Night at the Cat's Motel. Let's face it, motels can be pretty scary.
My loves, dinner has arrived.
When they're run by a murderous psychopath cat with a British accent who keeps giant pet spiders, they're even worse. In the show's series premiere, Muriel and Eustace settle in for a night at the Cat's Motel with Courage tied up outside due to the motel's strict no-dog policy. Music. Cats is thankfully prevented from feeding Muriel and yeast to his spiders after chasing Courage through the motel and being inadvertently knocked out by Muriel, with the family deciding to leave due to poor service. The creepy cats and the heavy inclusion of spiders makes this one of the more menacing Courage episodes we remember. Number 5. The House of Discontent. After neglecting their farm work and failing to successfully grow any plants before the harvest, Eustace, Muriel and Courage find themselves haunted by the spirit of the harvest moon. The spirit, represented by a terrifying live-action black and white floating head, commands the family to leave the farm.
not very polite.
And when they refuse challenges, Yu starts to grow a plant in 10 minutes, calling into question his farming abilities.
You're no farmer.
And two.
Are not.
Stubborn is what you are.
Eustace refuses, but Courage succeeds in growing a plant. After the visit shows off his power by racing the heat and causing Eustace to sweat, the spirit leaves the family, but not without leaving a lasting impression on the show's young viewers. Number 4, the demon in the mattress. After ordering a mattress over the phone, Muriel is delivered her new bed by 2 ghoulish rats riding in an eerie horse-drawn carriage. Despite these glaring warning signs, Muriel sleeps on the mattress and is promptly possessed. The rest of the episode plays out in a clever parody of The Exorcist, delivering all kinds of chills to us as children. Muriel develops green skin, red hair, a deep voice, and begins spinning her head around before it falls off completely. Excuse me. This is still a kids show, right? The episode ends with the demon possessing Eustace, who Courage wraps up in the mattress and returns goodbye. I guess. Number 3, perfect overall. This final episode is relatively light on scares compared to the others on our list. However, it does contain one of the most iconic and ominous moments of the entire series. After making several mistakes around the farm, an old woman appears to Courage with Muriel and Eustace unable to see her.
You are a disgrace.
The woman, appearing to be a schoolteacher, chastises Courage for his mistakes, attempting to correct all his imperfections.
Now repeat after me and do it perfectly. The turkey in Albuquerque is positively perky.
The real kicker comes during a dream Courage has that evening, featuring a CGI animated fetus creature that delivers a disturbing warning to Courage.
You're not
Brief moment has stuck out for fans of the series over the years, earning the episode a spot on our list. Number 2, Freaky Fred. When Muriel's nephew Fred arrives to nowhere, we aren't quite sure what it is about him, but something is definitely off.
D-O-G is what he spelled, and that's how I spell naughty.
Doogie is what he spelled, and that's how I spell no. When you start Courage in the bathroom with Fred, we find out what he is. He's some sort of weird barber. It doesn't sound too frightening, but when Freaky Fred starts reciting his poetry detailing the beginnings of his haircutting obsession, that's when things get out of hand.
And oh, such fuzz, it does demand that I be naughty.
From there, the guys start shaving Courage, talking about how he shaved his pet hamster and his ex-girlfriend bald.
Look upon my young love's face was sweet as lace. But in this case, I realized she needed space.
He eventually gets Courage shaved down to everything but his tail, stating that that would be too weird even for him. Oh yeah, remember us. Number 1, King Razzy's Curse. It's pretty well agreed upon by this point that King Razzy's Curse is the series' most memorable episode, with its crowning achievement of scares after finding the hidden loot of a pair of robbers. Courage comes into possession of a cursed Egyptian slab once owned by the Pharaoh Razzies.
But the big story today, $1 million slab stolen from the tomb of King Ramses.
Hey, I'm rich!
Big story today, $1 million slab stolen from the tomb of King Razzies. The slab is quickly taken by Gustus when he finds out its value, and Razzies soon arrives to enact his curse.
Return the slab.
What?
Return the slab, or suffer my curse.
And Razzy's CGI animation stands in stark contrast to the rest of the show, and it works to great effect. The character with his terrifying chant and out-of-place animation remains the show's best scare.
Return the slab.